that someone was following her. The officers got here and encountered a suspect in this case. Weapons were discharged. Our officers discharged their weapon. One of our officers received a grazed wound to the leg and is being treated. The suspect was struck by our officers and was transported to an area hospital for observation. It's very important to note that all officer-involved critical incidents are investigated independently by the King County Independent Force Investigation Team. That team is here on the ground now. They're bringing other additional resources, and they will be processing this scene for the foreseeable future. It's important also to note that any other communications about this or pressures will come from them as they investigate this case, as they put together what happened here. I'm thankful that all officers are going to be okay. I have no update on the condition of the subject, but he was transported to an area hospital for observation. Again, this is going to be a long night for the investigators that will be here investigating this case, trying to piece together what happened. Police work is definitely dangerous. We're encountering more and more people, and so we're doing our best to make sure that the city is safe and trying to do our job in a way that is certainly procedurally just. But any conclusions about what happened will be under the purview of the Independent Force Investigation Team for King County. So, are any questions that I may be able to answer?
Chief Barnes, did the suspect point a gun at officers?
We're going to leave that to the investigation. So also important to note that we will be releasing, per our policy, body-worn camera within the next 72 hours. And so we will be releasing that, and so we'll get a more accurate depiction of what happened here today.
Was the officer hit by a bullet? When you say grazed, the leg was grazed.
Officers received a grazed wound to the leg. I can't comment on how the officer received that. That will be part of the investigation, but I can tell you that the officer has gone to an area hospital for observation and is expected to be okay.
We were told some people were inside the school or the buildings here. They were kept inside while your officers were here. Have people been released? Are people still being held inside?
Absolutely. It is customary to shelter in place whenever we have an exchange of gunfire. And so that did happen. It has since been lifted, and no one inside was injured or affected by this.
So there was an exchange of gunfire, you said?
That is correct.
So the suspect was firing?
The suspect, the conditions of the suspect and the actions of the suspect, I said, would be investigated by the Independent Force Investigation Team.
You said domestic violence. We heard on scanner it was potentially an ex-husband, and the suspect called 911 from the QFC. Is there anything you can say about that?
No, I will say that that'll be a part of the investigation to determine the relationship between the parties that called us while we were here today trying to keep the peace. So,
How's the victim in that DV situation doing?
I won't comment on the condition of the victim. Obviously, that's a private matter. So. And it's also under the umbrella of our investigation. So that will all be conducted by the King County.
I think we got time for one more.
Yeah.
We're
How
standing.
many officers were involved?
We had 3 officers who were involved. Thank you.
We're standing
Thank
right
you.
by an elementary school and a community center. Should the public here, are they safe? What should they feel about this situation and officers being here through the rest of the night?
You know, I've had a similar question like that before. No matter where we're standing in this city, whether we're by a school or someone's home or by a business, violence against our community is never okay. We take them seriously, and we approach every case the same, no matter where we're standing in the city of Seattle. So thank you for that.
Thank you, Chief.